It's finally working. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit of technical difficulties in the inner world. Christy Lodge, Atma Namaste. Hey guys, Christian R. Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Tuesday evening, almost 6 o'clock p.m., Denver Mountain Time. Maria, good to have you on. Sorry that you got cut off. A whole bunch of people got cut off, so my apologies. Something squirrely. It's Mark bringing the heat from Massachusetts. Good to have you on. So tonight's topic for tonight's live stream is going to be on the chakras. Going to be on the chakras. Yo, yo, yo. And it's going to be information that I can almost guarantee you that you've never heard before. And that's the whole point. I always want to give you guys value. You're welcome. I always want to give you guys value from the immense value and blessings that I've received through my teacher, Grandmaster Choa Koksui, the founder of modern pranic healing and Hatha yoga. So, how many want to know what a chakra is? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Come on, nice and high. How many people want to know what a chakra is? Right? So we'll do Chakras 101. Come on, guys. I need some buy-in. I need you to be excited, enthusiastic. I need you to be receptive to receiving these priceless teachings and priceless energies. Yeah, there we go. Some thumbs up. That's good. Awesome. Okay, so Chakras 101 is chakra means spinning wheel. Hey, I like that, Maria, the little tiny girl with her hand up. So chakra means spinning wheel. It comes from the, close enough, it comes from the language of Sanskrit, which is an ancient language. Some would consider it a dead language, but it's not. The ancient languages have some of the most powerful powerful energies to them, okay? So chakra means spinning wheel. So we have chakras, or energy centers, located all over the body. What do they do? A chakra is a circle. It's three-dimensional, so it goes inside the body and goes outside the body. And its function is to spin clockwise and counterclockwise. So from the moment you were born, you had chakras. Even actually before you were physically born, you had chakras. And then when you leave the physical body, your chakras stop spinning, okay? So what they're doing is they're spinning clockwise and counterclockwise. They're pulling in energy, utilizing the energy, and then they're spinning and releasing the disease-congested energy. So you can liken it to taking a piece of fruit, cutting up the piece of fruit, eating the piece of fruit, and your body extracts the nutrients and minerals that it needs from that piece of fruit, and then whatever it doesn't need or use, it releases through pee or through poop. Makes sense, right? So we're doing that with our energy body all day long, even while we're sleeping. And so the chakras absorb energy, they distribute the energy to the corresponding organ. So for instance, the heart chakra, located in between the nipples and the center of the chest, it absorbs prana. Hey Christy, Atma Namaste. It distributes the prana through the physical heart to keep the organs full of life, full of prana. No prana, no life. Make sense? So some people go, well, wait a minute. I've heard about this whole chakra thing, and if they're real, how come we can't see them? How come we can't feel them? How come we can't taste them? If it's real, shouldn't I be able to register it through my 5 physical senses? That's an excellent question. So, and then Maria says, so since I'm a Pisces, my stomach goes crazy under stress, so it's ridding the bad energy. Hey Eric, Atma Namaste. Partially. So the solar plexus chakra, which is located right here, so you have the heart chakra right here, and then you have the solar plexus chakra right below the breastbone. That deals, hey Karen, Atma Namaste. That deals, Adam's bringing the heat, Atma Namaste. So the solar plexus chakra affects the diaphragm, the small and large intestines, and it's the seat of desire and lower emotions. So people that have stress, anxiety, panic attacks, depression, anger, resentment, rage, you know, those not so good emotions, they're typically stored in the solar plexus chakra. So that chakra or energy center needs to get treated. So have you noticed when people are under stress, what do they typically have? A lot of gastrointestinal problems. Then that gastrointestinal problems goes into the heart chakra and then affects the physical heart. And then people die of a myocardial heart attack, myocardial infarction, right? Pretty intense, pretty severe. So you want to take care of the solar plexus. Super, super important chakra. So how many chakras are there? Some people will say, I'll throw it out to you guys. How many chakras? My heart chakra is glowing green right now, seeing my baby doing his passion. Thanks, Adam. It's good to have you on, my man. I love you. It's good to see you. And I think now we have the same length hair. How many chakras are there? I'll let you guys throw it out there. Give me a number, any number. I feel like this is kind of like a, what do you call it? Like an auction. But how many chakras or energy centers do you think? Maria says 6. Anyone else? Because there's always lag time on FaceTime. It's 10, 15 seconds. So Christy says 13. What else? What else? Adam says 8. How many other chakras? Anyone else? So we got 6 all the way to 13. We got 8. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? All right. So there are hundreds of chakras. Mind blown. Hundreds of chakras. So what does that mean? We have major chakras, we have minor chakras, and we have mini chakras. So a major chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus chakra, throat chakra, ajna chakra, forehead chakra, those are major chakras because of the size and what their prana does to the surrounding organs of the body. Then you have minor chakras. Hey, Scott, bringing the heat. So in the center of the palm is known as the palm chakra. The palm chakra. This chakra is very, very important, especially for healers, for empaths, for people who want to feel subtle energies. What's up, Jenny? Atma Namaste. This chakra is a minor chakra, so it's about yay big, but the more healing work that you do, the more meditation work that you do, this chakra and all the chakras become bigger, 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 and bigger, right? So this is a minor chakra. And then you have, hey Matt, Atma Namaste, then you have a mini chakra. So in the tips of your fingers, there's a mini chakra that allows you to feel even more subtle energies. Very, very important chakras. So you have major, minor, and mini chakras. Now again, all of these teachings were taught to me by my teacher, Grandmaster Choa Koksui, the founder of Pranic Healing and Hatha Yoga, right behind me. And if you want a great, great, great book as a foundation to read from, it's called Chakras and Their Functions by Grandmaster Choa. Chakras and Their Functions by Grandmaster Choa. Super, super powerful, okay? So, these chakras are working all the time, absorbing energy, using the energy, and then releasing the energy. So, where does healing come into play? Healing comes into play when these chakras stop doing their functions properly, meaning they're not able to absorb energy properly, they're not able to use the energy properly that they've absorbed, and then they're not able to release the disease-congested energies that they've absorbed. So same thing with the analogy of eating a piece of food. You take the piece of food, your body tries to digest it, and it might not be very good at digesting the apple, the banana, the steak, the mashed potatoes, the kale, the smoothie, whatever it is, because you have indigestion, right? You have maybe too much acid, your body's too acidic versus alkaline, right? So on a physiological level, your body's not able to extract the right amount of nutrients, the right amount of trace minerals for your body to utilize and assimilate, and then you're not able to get rid of that diseased physical waste matter properly. Does that make sense? So the same thing happens in the energy world. And keep in mind, everything, I remember telling this to Maria a while back, everything happens first in the energy world before it ever materializes physically. I'll say that again. Everything happens first in the energy world before it ever materializes physically. Jason Duckworth, bringing the heat. So that's why getting your chakras and your energy body, your aura, your meridians, and your chakras cleaned and energized and balanced regularly is very, very important. Does that make sense? Because you're maintaining your vehicles, so your body, your physical body, has fresh prana, fresh energy to draw from at all times, and it's basically keeping your body healthy and strong. It's kind of like when you change your oil in a car, right? You change the oil in the car to prevent anything from catastrophic happening to your engine. It's the same thing with getting energy healing regularly, with meditating regularly, with having good thoughts, good feelings, and good actions regularly. Super important. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because you guys are a great audience. So that's how the chakras work. Now, some people say that there's 7 chakras. 7 chakras. It's not that that's wrong, it's simply incomplete. So we've been doing this work for a number of years. And if you ask somebody who says there's 7 chakras, ask them where they read that there's only 7 chakras. No holy book, no spiritual book says there are only 7 chakras. Hey, Tatiana, namaste. It says, sometimes it says 7, sometimes it says 9, sometimes it says 12, sometimes it says more than that. It depends on the context that you're reading and the level of development of the person who wrote that particular book and what they were trying to reveal. So there are not just 7 chakras, because that's one level of truth. In certain Asian cultures, they talk about 5 chakras. There are more than 5, right? So it depends on the level of truth that you're understanding that at. Now, one of the most common numbers that we know in spirituality and metaphysics is 7. They talk about 7 chakras. Now, where did that come from originally? About 100 years ago, there was a spiritual organization founded in England called the Theosophical Society, which was made up of a group of high-level clairvoyants and high-level spiritual practitioners. And they were trying to think of a way to introduce the chakra system to the Western world. Because again, we're so fixated on things that we can taste, touch, smell, hear, and see. If we can't experience something through the 5 senses, it doesn't exist, right? So they're like, how do we make it easy for the Western mind to understand, Adelina, Namaste, the chakra system? They go, okay, we'll do 7. Why 7? 7 days of the week, 7 notes of music, 7 colors of the rainbow. So they took something that was simple and memorable, those things, and they attached the chakra system to that, so that it was for simplicity reasons. Number 2 reason is for safety reasons, meaning there's a chakra located in the lower back that deals with blood pressure. If you manipulate this chakra, it raises blood pressure or lowers blood pressure. Do you think, hey Anna, Namaste, do you think in the hands of the wrong person that could possibly injure them? Knowing that information of like, if I do this to the chakra, increases blood pressure, lowers blood pressure. I'm gonna mess around with it and see what happens, right? Probably not a good strategy. And as a quick side note, I met up with a nurse practitioner at an expo many years ago in New York City, and I had her hook me up to a blood pressure cuff. And my blood pressure at that moment was completely normal. And I said, hey, want to see something really cool? And so without doing anything other than pranic healing, I was able to increase my blood pressure super fast. And then I was able to drop my blood pressure, not as fast, but relatively fast. And the nurse was like, I've never seen anyone do something like that. That is fascinating. And I think she eventually got involved in pranic healing. So Marie is saying, is it possible to feel negative energy from people over the internet? For example, there is so much negativity all over Facebook now, and I've been feeling that. Or is it just that and then it got cut off? Excellent question. So Marie wants to know, can you feel negative energy? Hey, Jennifer Nancy. Can you feel negative energy over the internet? Can you feel negative energy over the phone? Can you feel negative energy from another person with no internet and no phone that's 1,000 miles away? Yes, yes, and yes. Because through the principle of oneness and the principle of karma, we are all connected with one another. We're all connected with one another. So if your family member is having